Imagine yourself in a tavern in the late 1700s in the middle of Ukraine, and the chief rabbi of the city, the village, comes in, and who does he sit next to? Ivan. That was a true story that happened with Levi Yitzchak of Bardichev, who was a very famous rabbi, a colleague or a contemporary, I should say, of the first Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbi Shneur Zalman. And he was known as a lover of all of the Jews in his community, all Jews everywhere. And he was very concerned about Ivan because Ivan had a reputation to be the one Jew in town who was a total atheist, who didn't believe in anything. And he wanted to get to the bottom of it and find out what made Ivan tick. So he sat down next to Ivan. He says, Ivan, tell me, what is this God that you don't believe in? Tell me about that God. And Ivan told him about this person with a white beard sitting on a throne who sends down thunder and lightning and causes all types of problems in the world and so forth and so on. And I don't believe it. I think it's a bunch of malarkey, and I don't believe in this at all. And the Barditchever, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak, looked at Ivan and he said with full sincerity, Ivan, we have so much in common because the God that you don't believe in, I don't believe in either. And this story, I think, is something that's worth reflecting on because it really gives us an idea that sometimes those things that we don't believe in, it's not so much that we really did our research and know fully what it's all about and then came to an educated conclusion as to what we don't believe in. Sometimes it just happens because of things we hear, things that we might read about, but we don't necessarily do our full research. And I want to share something else with you. Very often I'll have conversations with people that they don't believe in Judaism, they're not interested in Judaism. And it could be even sometimes people who are actively involved in Judaism tell me, I have a real hard time with this part of Judaism, or I don't agree with that part of Judaism, and so forth and so on. And so I ask them, tell me about the Judaism that you don't believe in. And they'll tell me. And I'll tell them, you know what? You and I have a lot in common because the Judaism that you don't believe in, I don't believe in either. Because so often there are so many misconceptions people have that really don't have anything to do with Judaism. And it's just a matter of learning and absorbing and being open to there being a little bit of a different way of looking at what it means to be a Jew than what we might have grown up with or what we might have been exposed to, especially here in Long Island, where the exposure level is so skinny as far as what is offered to most of our young people and most of our adults even in terms of their education about being Jewish. So with that in mind, I want to share with you that from my experience, learning Hasidus, learning some Kabbalah, these are things that really embed Judaism with a lot of chayus, a lot of life, a lot of relevance, and give it a very, very full, three-dimensional meaning that is very different sometimes than what we might be exposed to in the Judaism that we normally come across. So I hope that during the coming weeks and months, whenever we have these broadcasts, you'll be able to see a little of what I mean by that, and hopefully, slowly but surely, be able to see that Judaism perhaps is much more than what you thought it to be. Have a great day.